Hi guys. So really quick, I've had a lot of questions about this, so I thought I would put together a quick little video for you. Okay, so in the slides today about the rocks, these ones, okay, so as you went through the slides today, you got to a point in here, right here, okay, and I took a little break from the notes and gave you an assignment to do some at-home DIY experiments. So I pulled that stuff out and put it in this presentation, which I'm going to go over with you really quick. So it's basically do-it-yourself intrusive and extrusive rock. So this is something that I would have done sort of in class a little bit differently, but I thought, let's try this at home and just see how it goes, because one of the fun things about science is the hands-on part, and we're not there to do it, so let's see what you can come up with at home. Okay, so you're going to be doing two experiments. You're going to be growing, that should say intrusive, not igneous. We're going to be growing our own igneous rocks, and as you learned today, there are two types of igneous rocks. There's intrusive and extrusive. Okay, so you are going to be having two separate experiments. Okay, so intrusive rocks. This link right here, I found this has lots of different ways that you can, essentially, you're going to grow crystals. Okay, growing crystals, you can use lots of different household substances. And I thought this was kind of a good starting point. You may have this stuff at your house. Please, I repeat, do not go out and buy anything. Okay, we're under a shelter-in-place, stay-at-home, whatever you want to call it, order, to where you don't need to be going out and buying anything. That's why I picked this particular site, because there's so many different options on here that you can use. That you may have this stuff at home. If not, if you legit do not have sugar, let's see, there was borax, which you may not have, Epsom salt, you may not have that, and sugar. Those are kind of the three main ways that you can grow crystals. If you don't have any of those, or let's say that you don't have enough sugar, I totally understand. Let me know, okay? We can figure something else out. But what you're going to do is this link takes you to different ways that you can, and I mean, you could buy the kit and you could have it shipped to you, but please don't do that either. You're going to grow some crystals. Now, one way is with Epsom salt, and this tells you exactly what to do. Now, you probably don't have beakers at your house. You might have some plastic cups, okay? You can do that. You could do, I would probably not use your mom's best glass, because it's going to go crystals and you may have a hard time getting it out. So maybe like if you have an old glass pickle jar or something that's in the recycling, use that, okay? Probably wouldn't use a pop bottle, because you need something that is open at the top. Now this one says put the beaker in the refrigerator, check on it in a few hours to see a beaker full of crystals. Okay, this one's going to, this first one that they have here, this quick crystal cup, this is the quickest one. It's going to take a few hours. You just leave it in the fridge, take your pictures, and then you're done. Okay, now moving on, the next one, this is alum. You might have this in the cabinet. Sometimes it's in different baking dishes. I think it's also something if any of your parents are paleo. I think alum is one of those that paleo eaters have. Okay, so clean beaker or jar, a saucer or a shallow dish, a petri dish. You probably do not have petri dishes sitting around your house, but like a shallow dish, like a pie pan. Okay, maybe even like an aluminum pie pan. Okay, this one, rock candy. This is probably the easiest one to do, and it really doesn't take much sugar. Okay, I do not know if like coconut sugar or those types of sugars work. Try it, find out, see what happens. Now, this one has a lot of ingredients with it, but really all you're doing is you are dissolving sugar in water. You're going to pour that water into a glass, okay? They have like old jelly jars, like, they clean the jelly out of the jar and you use that. They've used wooden sticks here so that you make your rock candy suckers, okay? Now, what if you don't have any sticks? Okay, so if you're going to eat this, then it needs to be a clean stick. But let's say that you have trees in your backyard. You could probably go out and find a stick in the yard to use. You could also, for this one, if you wanted to do this one, you could also do yarn. Sorry, my dog decides to go crazy right now. You could also set yarn up and hang the yarn down into the solution. And I'll show you what that might look like here in a second. So when it comes to hanging the yarn down, if you see here on this picture where the little star is hanging down in the jar and it's like a piece of yarn looped around it looks like a pencil hanging down there, that's what you can use. So you can take your piece of yarn, loop it around the pencil, hang it over the top. Now here's the trick. You don't want the yarn to touch the bottom of the jar, okay? Because you're never going to be able to get that yarn out. Anyway, so there's that. So if you don't have sticks, don't worry about that. Now, let's say that you're like, well, I have like my mom's metal straw. Don't do that. You want wood. It won't stick to metal as easily. Trying to think what some other people have thought of. Popsicle sticks really are the best ones. I mean, I guess you could use a pencil, but I wouldn't eat the rock candy at that point because, ew, gross, who knows where a pencil's been. Trying to think. We'd want to steer clear of metal or plastic, anything super slick, like, because the crystals need something to, the word is adhere or stick to. Okay, so super slick things won't work. That's one of the reasons why you use a glass jar to put this stuff in. The last one, if you did my, oh my gosh, I even forgot what they're called. Anyway, if you came to my class before Halloween, we made these, okay? We took pipe cleaners and we bent them into shapes and we hung them down into glass jars and they got all crystally on the outside. So if you have some pipe cleaners, you can do that. Let's see, what else have I seen people use these for? You need some, you could even take little, if you had a big enough cup to pour your stuff in, you could stick a stick in here. I will tell you, this one especially, because you're using borax, you want to make sure that you wash your hands really good when you're done with the borax, because it's not something that's really good to sit on your skin for a long time. And definitely do not use your mom's nice pans or cups to set this stuff in here, because it will get crystallized on the bottom and it is really, really hard to clean. Like, you have to scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub. So don't use your mom's best pan before you do that. So let's say that you are just, oh, and even here there's some salt and sugar, so you could look at them, how they work. So what if you're super struggling and you're just not sure what to do? Get a hold of me. But this is something that's going to take a while. Crystals or intrusive rocks, crystals take a long time to grow, okay? And I'm trying to get you to see that it's going to take a long time to get this hot liquid cooled off, okay? And that's exactly what's happening underneath the surface of the earth. As that lava cools, it's cooling very, 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 very slowly, okay? So get with your parents as far as what they can do or what you can do. So this was experiment number 1, intrusive rocks. Extrusive rocks. Now, if you think about this, extrusive rocks, you have lava that comes up out of the volcano or wherever it may come out of, and it's going to cool incredibly quickly compared to the intrusive rocks. So I want you to come up with something to show me for this one. So that's why I said you need to do the brainstorming. So I've given you a couple ideas. So find something around the house that you can start off as a hot liquid that cools quickly into a solid. So for example, the candle. Okay, if the candle's been going for a while, you're going to have some hot wax. Get some help with this. Please do not do this yourself. But you could take the hot wax, pour it out of the candle jar onto the plate, And as you're taking pictures or videoing or drawing, whatever you choose to do, you're going to see some of that wax cool almost instantly. And that's really kind of what happens sometimes with extrusive rocks. You have lava shoot out or flow out, and some of it starts to cool immediately. Okay? So that's, I hope, maybe a little bit more clear as to what you're doing. Sorry. You Penny, stop. Oh my gosh. Apparently someone's walking down the street. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now, what are you going to need to show me with this? So you're going to have to, so with both of them, so I need to see what you've done. What did you make? It's supposed to be fun, guys. Don't stress, okay? If we need to extend it till next Friday, then we need to extend it till next Friday, okay? But I want you to tell me, what type of rock are you making? Are you doing the intrusive, growing the crystals, or is it the extrusive, cooling off the whatever, okay? I want to see what it looked like at the very beginning. So if you're making crystals, I want to see what it looked like as you started. Okay, show me what it looks like in the middle. Okay, so you're going to document, either video document or photo document, as you go through this. So if you're growing the crystals, any of the other ones besides the one where you put it in the fridge, you are going to maybe take a picture of it every, I don't know, morning and night. Okay, because of these different ones, they all take different amounts of time to grow. You may have some that it takes 2 days. You may have some where it takes 3 days. So you're going to need like a morning and night pictures. Okay, if you're doing the crystals in the fridge, you may need to take a picture every hour. Okay, and then I want to see what it looks like at the end. What did it look like? I am not concerned if it looks like Pinterest or, you know, magazine cover quality beautiful. I don't care, okay? I just want you to have some fun with this. Grow some crystals. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So at the end, you'll tell me, how do the intrusive and extrusive, quote unquote, intrusive and extrusive rocks compare to each other? What was the same? What was different? You can tell me what was the same with your process, like how you got them put together, what was different, and then at the end, answer, why did I ask you to do this? How does it connect to our learning about rocks? Those questions can be answered either on a Google Doc or an email. I prefer it being something that you turn into Google Classroom, just because I have so many emails coming into me right now. Or it could be on the Google Slides presentation. It's kind of up to you. So because I know that there's different comfort with and different accessibility options here. We've got several different options. And these are the 3 that I came up with. If you have another idea, or you are limited, like you don't have these, or if you don't have the access to this stuff, get a hold of me. You can send me an email for that, and we can figure something else out. Okay, so options 1, pictures and a written description. So you can put it together in a Google Slides with the required information. And when I say required information, I'm talking about the pictures, the stuff that's in this slide. Okay, so this is the required information. You can also just put this in a Google Doc, inserting the pictures and writing your descriptions. Okay, that's cool too. By the way, when it comes to taking pictures, if you have a phone and you have the ability to get the Google Drive app on your phone, I would highly, highly, highly encourage you to do that. It's free. It takes a whole lot less time than emailing the pictures to yourself, and it's less clicks, honestly. Option 2, pictures and audio descriptions. You can put together a Google Slides and screencast it like we did with the weather thing. Okay, do me a favor, please keep your video under 5 minutes. If I'm watching 120 of these, it'd be nice if it's not, because take 120 times 5, and that's how long it takes for me to watch all of these. So 2-3 minutes is about good. Option 2 within this. Now, okay, I probably should have been a little more clear. So you have 3 options, and within each option, I've given you different ones. Okay, you do not have to do both. So within option 2, you do not have to do both of these. Pick one or the other. I probably should fix that while I'm here. Okay, or, okay, or, because if I don't do it now, I'll forget, and then, okay. All right, so hopefully that's a little more clear. So it's one or the other, not both, okay? Option 3, you can put this into a video and you can audio it. So you can record your experiment using your phone or your Chromebook and then upload it to Google Drive. If you're doing those pictures along the way, you may have to do the, you can do multiple videos, or you can get, those of you that have iPhones, you can get iMovie. I think it's free. Check it out on the App Store. But it's actually pretty easy to put together an iMovie on your phone. The one on the computer is a little bit more difficult, I think. Oh, that's option 2. So yeah, so there's that. And I think that's it. Okay, so there's, how are you going to show me all of this information? Now, you can put, you're going to turn in one thing, but you're going to talk about both experiments. Okay? Finally, this is the question that I've been getting a lot, so we can start working on this today. Your final thing, whichever one of these that you choose to do, right now, what I'm planning on the due date is a week from today. However, with as many questions as I'm getting, I may push this out to next Friday, okay? I'd like to leave it, actually let's just go ahead and do that. We're going to push this out, this due date out, until Friday, April 10th, okay? All right, so I hope that helps clear things up for you guys. If you have questions, please reach out, let me know. Send me an email, but I hope this helped clear things up for you, okay? Have a good day, good night, whatever time it is that you're watching this. I'm going to go get dinner out of the oven, okay? Talk to you later. Bye!